I'm gonna I'm gonna send this stream out. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I just tweeted it, but we need to figure it. I need to get the thing where I can go live to both of our Twitter accounts at the same time. I guess I can do that through Restream. I just really like being able to use StreamYard. I need to figure this out. Actually, you can go from StreamYard to Restream. Maybe that's what I'll do. Actually, that's probably the way to do it, and then I can stream to a whole bunch of places because I have an upgraded account through Restream. Hey guys, welcome Scott, welcome Samuel.
Oh, hello. I'm finishing eating a hard candy, so I needed a dose of sugar before we got on here.
Pre-show candies.
Yeah, I got some pre-show candies. Come to my house, you know. Actually, don't. Never mind. I take that back. Someone might show up.
Yeah, you never know.
All right.
That's what she said.
Hey,
no. Greg. Boop, doop, boop, boop, doop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. So we're also trying to figure out how badly this live stream is going to get suppressed. We figured out, or at least, so Greg brought this up, and on the last stream when we had Rettinger, and I didn't think he was correct, but I have since completely, go to New Jersey. He's in New Jersey. I have since, I don't want to say verified, but I feel very strongly that YouTube is suppressing and kind of downgrading the quality of live streams, because I looked at my live streams from yesterday. The quality was worse than it was on the other, so I checked, I have a stream going to Twitch and Mixer and stuff at the same time, and Facebook, and they all looked much better quality. And I didn't get as many people as normal, and VidIQ didn't, and Viper didn't, and we didn't. And last night, when I was looking for the Saturday Night Tech Fights, they weren't anywhere to be found. You had to go right to the channel, and even then, sometimes you can't find it. YouTube is on that stuff right now. It's annoying. Yeah. You would think, now I understand they're doing like some bandwidth things, but you would think that, they would want to put front and center some live stream stuff, but maybe they're afraid of putting too much live stream stuff that I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, well, this is live stream. I think they are compressing. Look, see, even now, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to say. Actually, let me look and see on our page if you can even see our live stream, or what's going on here. GadgetCast, doing the GadgetCast. It's the websites, but people are generally tending. Yeah, King the Bulls. It's not your internet company; it's the websites, but people are too dumb to get how streaming works. Yeah, no, it's not my internet company. I don't think I said that. But yeah, so on the front page of GadgetCast on the YouTubes, it does say we are live. So Liam, bus driver's side is blurred more than Greg's. Yeah, well, so technically I'm running at a I'm at 1080p and he's at like probably 4K, but then that gets down to 720. But I think YouTube over the last couple of days have even lowered it more. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, everything's been pushed down. Everything's getting terrible. At least you get a notification. That's good. But yeah, so the quality is just jacked. Nothing I can do about it. YouTube's doing this. If I were to multi-stream on like Mixer and stuff and Twitch, it would look better. But
all right, I pulled out every weapon in my arsenal to get this stream viewers. So
did you put it in the community tab?
Oh no, I didn't do that.
And you did not. I did it last. I did it for the John.
I did do it last time, and we still had nothing. And my community tab stuff has been like doing zero. Like I posted your video in there one time, got like 1 like.
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah, I pulled out every other stop I have.
Yeah, Greg looks 720. Yeah, it's all trash. Let's just be clear.
My hair's trash too.
No, it's not. It's not your crappy connection. It is YouTube doing the thing. Every weapon in Greg's. Yeah, that should be a new shirt. I think it's a new shirt design.
Guys, I can't get a haircut. I don't know what's going to happen to me in the coming months. So I might have to try to do it myself. No, I don't know. That's too risky. So I don't know what's happening to me. Damn, Greg, your hair is long. It is long. It is long. It is getting unruly. I don't know what to do. If I shouldn't post a picture. You should see me when I wake up. I look like a Super Saiyan. My hair is all up. This is like compressed. This is like slicked back. And if I mess this up, Travis, you'd be shocked.
I am always shocked. I can shave. I shave my own head though. What's up there, Emilio Takas? Worst phone. I actually, I don't know if it's the worst one I ever created, but I did review the worst rated phone from Walmart on my channel last year. I don't know if it's still on my. I don't know if it's still unlisted. I don't know if it's unlisted or listed or whatever. Anyway, I had fun with it. It was a terrible phone.
I messed up my hair and now I'm sad.
Shave it off.
You know, it was born messed up though, so it's fine.
Yeah, you know, give me your hair. I'll show you how it's done. That's right, Emilio Takas.
Travis go bald? I don't know. I don't think I'd look good.
I mean, I don't look good. I mean, it's kind of just.
You look great. Don't speak.
I don't.
You look great.
Anyway, here my face on, and I got to shoot videos today, and plus I got other live streams, bruh.
I agree with 619 WWE fan. Bald is beautiful.
It is, can be.
I'm like, I got like 2 more seconds on this candy, and then we're good to go.
We're waiting. Yeah, as soon as Greg is done the candy, we're gonna start the podcast. But no hurry. Whatever.
This is a long one. I put this like this is like a good 10 minutes of me eating this.
Oh my gosh,
good though. It's very good.
I'm glad. I'm glad it's fantastic.
Butterscotch candy. Recommend. 10 out of 10. Yeah, let me get set up. Multicast. We got 9 hours of recording.
Oh, that's good. How many do I have? I have enough. Not as much though.
When I had it on the regular one, I had like 63 hours. We are. I don't like the way you put that, Lily. I don't know if I trust her with my hair, to be honest. I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, I've been on there a couple times, Tish. I'll be on there twice more today. Probably maybe one more time with Greg, and at least once with Jason later on. For show. Why don't we just talk about that in the podcast? Even though it's not completely tech, it is, listen to everyone's online. We don't want to make the podcast like a downer because we do want people to listen to it.
I feel like the last like 4 shows have been downers. Like I went back and like listened to it, and it's just like us. Like the situation just gets progressively worse every time. I don't want to say the name anymore because I feel like it might be impacting live stream. So I'm not going to mention it by name, but everyone knows what's going on. I'm gonna be more upbeat.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But we should talk about YouTube and stuff because that's
we're gonna talk about it, but we are acting like we're demonetized. I think.
Yeah, we are technically demonetized. Definitely expressing live. I
can do an ASMR, Greg. You guys want that?
No one wants that, Greg.
Hi, welcome to welcome to GadgetCast live stream. This is the ASMR part, and I'm gonna eat some. Oh yeah. You ever listen to ASMR channel? That's like every ASMR channel, right? Travis like freaked out. He's like, "What was that?"
All right, we're going to start this show. You go ahead and start this show. All right, let's get ready to start the show. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll figure it out like we always do. So let's get ready to record this in a 3, 2, 1, record.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the GadgetCast. I am your one and only host, Gregory McFadden. Travis is no longer with us, unfortunately. He quit the show. No, I'm just kidding. Travis MCP is in the house.
What's funny is that ironically, we just really saved all the audio listeners from a terrible experience, especially since it was specifically an audio experience. As you may know, we do stream live here on YouTube, and when we do that, before and after the show, the thing that you're listening to now, we do some shenanigans, and Greg did some ASMR before the audio podcast, which would have been terrible for our audio listeners. But I don't know how good it was for the video watchers either. Honestly, I don't know.
I'm seeing more negative sentiment towards me than any time in the history of this podcast. I think cancel Greg might actually happen now. I think that might have been the breaking point for a lot of people. I'm seeing my subscriber numbers drop in real time. I've seen people drop off the live stream in real time too, which is quite a thing to see. I know at least someone appreciated that out there. They're too afraid to admit it, but someone really did appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sure they did. But the thing is, who knows what they're doing at the moment?
Yeah, I made someone's day, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That was better than most ASMR channels. It was better, I think.
Yeah. So, welcome to another GadgetCast. We just came off of a really great episode with John Rettinger. We have a potential new person next later this week, Tuesday, allegedly. So, if you're in the live stream, keep an ear out for that.
I'm not going to let this slide in the live chat. Anthony, who has left us a voicemail before.
Oh,
watching. And he said Travis MCP cast featuring Greg.
Little known secret, that's already set up. It just has no content. That name, as a matter of fact, as well. Literally the name. It's just in case I ever need to fall back on something. But I have no interest in doing a solo podcast. Let's be clear about this. I've done podcasts for years. I would never want to do one by myself. I wouldn't. No, thank you. The reason I'm on the GadgetCast is because I don't want to do it by myself.
So can I plug another podcast? It's like out of operation, right?
Okay.
So like plug another one. Mm-hmm. I believe it's called Welcome to Macintosh. So welcome to Macintosh. Let me look that up in the podcast live. I'm doing it. Yes, that's the name of the show. Mark Bramhill does it. And it is like kind of like this solo podcast. He does like interview people though, but it is really well done. Give that a listen. It is very well produced. Shout out to that podcast. I don't think they do any more episodes though, unfortunately.
Well, that wouldn't be the first podcast that doesn't really. Have we heard anything from the other GadgetCast yet? Have they returned in any way?
No, I think they are wiped off the face of the earth.
Rest in pieces.
Yeah. So Travis, we are back again.
You're more locked down than me now. Isn't that crazy? Everything started from over here, and all of a sudden, over you in New Jersey, you're over there in Crazy Town.
Yeah, we got the president tweeting out like, New Jersey might be he might have to go into quarantine. Apparently, he walked that back. But yeah, like we're not supposed to leave our homes and everything like that.
Not supposed to anyway, if we're honest about it.
Yeah. So we're social distancing. Everyone's social distancing. Some people aren't though, and I look at them and I do get angry. Yeah. I get angry when I see the people who aren't social distancing. I'm like, what are you doing? Do you not know what's going on?
Have you not been paying attention? I mean, I don't watch the news either, and I know what's going on.
It must, yeah. They do like these news conferences every day, and I'm just like, these people just must not watch the news or do anything. Like, it's weird.
They don't open their ears or anything.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, so this has affected a lot of things, including a tweet just recently, actually just a little while ago. From the CEO of OnePlus. I wanted to bring this up. I forgot to actually mention this before we started. The CEO of OnePlus tweeted out. I should probably just go ahead and pull up his Twitter tweets. Let me go ahead and do that while you go ahead and vamp for me, because it's a series of tweets that I think are really important, because I've done a video, like I said, just a week or so ago, about why I thought the Galaxy Note should be delayed. And I'm going to do a video about Apple this week, about kind of the financial situation and if they should maybe delay hardware, or kind of the situation in. It is not an enviable situation to be in. Essentially, if you are a company that tries to release an expensive product, it's almost a guarantee to fail. Almost. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm looking to the side trying to find this Twitter tweet. A lot of people will say, well, you have to, and I'm going to try to cover as much of that as possible. Okay, so Pete Lau, I'm going to read his tweets, and then we can discuss what we think about what he said. CEO of OnePlus, follows me on Twitter, by the way, smart man. These are difficult times for us all, and I've been pained to see how the pandemic has unfolded and already hurt so many directly and indirectly. I know some of you, actually, let me go ahead and share this screen so that people in the live stream can see this. Sharing it now. Blink. I know many of you are looking forward to the coming OnePlus launch. This is something more than the 2,000 people at OnePlus who have been working on this for over a year. So naturally, we want to share it with everyone. To be honest, the launch date was pushed back 3 times out of concern for the current situation. Now we must move forward. Soon we will bring you the products we've worked so hard to develop. We are all keeping a close eye on ongoing developments, but as we take every step to safeguard the health of our staff and community and rise to meet current challenges, we do so with the hope for a better and safer future, which in not so many words means they're going to try to launch the OnePlus 8 right now and whatever else. This is a difficult thing as the CEO of a company that needs to bring in a new product, needs to launch a new product, maybe much more so than a large Samsung or an Apple who have so much money. This is OnePlus. They rely on releasing their 1 or 2 products every year. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, it is a really difficult situation to be placed in right now. You run the risk of looking really insensitive by releasing new products right now, especially with high price tags. You also run the risk of no one buying your product at a time where, when you're in a normal market, people are clamoring. They want these products. They want them now. People get excited for new phone releases, and just looking at the current situation now with people, unfortunately, being put out of work, people just saving just in case something worse happens. It's not a good situation to be in releasing a phone. With that being said, the companies have to go on. The company's ultimate goal is to make money. Obviously, there's a human element to every company, and some companies show that more than others. Especially during this whole crisis, you see a lot of companies stepping up, donating stuff, which is nice, and they don't have to do that. But again, it's in these companies' best interest to get business up and running as soon as possible. So if they could do a donation and that helps, that's also in their interest. But yeah, you gotta, I think you have to keep going in a way too, because you you have to try and make money, right? Even
Yeah.
though all this bad stuff's going on, you have to try and make money. And especially someone like OnePlus selling an older phone and keeping that going, or maybe it doesn't work out as well, especially when like attention can be zapped up so quickly from the last phone release. Like the S20 has all the PR right now, or something like that, or Apple is constantly living in people's headspace. So with OnePlus, you don't want to sit there and just sit on these phones for too long. Obviously, you can delay the launch by a month or a couple months, but eventually you're already working on next year's phone and next year's phone and next year's phone. And what do? Do you just keep this phone not launching for months? What if your competition doesn't do the same thing and all of a sudden they launch a phone that's way more developed than your phone because you were sitting on the same one for 6 months and then you didn't launch it, and now you're in like a horrible position. And again, the ultimate thing is they are companies. They have to try and make money, and if they make money, they can keep employees on their payroll, which again, you don't want to see people losing their jobs, which again, unfortunately, a lot of people are right now.
And and not launching a product may lose other people jobs as well.
Yes.
So I have a lot of feelings on this, and I'm going to try to express them so everyone, I got a lot of positives on my Samsung video, which I was very surprised by because I figured the Samsung Knights would get way triggered, but actually wasn't bad at all. As a matter of fact, most actually, even people who normally wouldn't have agreed, they even send a comment saying, I got to agree with you. It is what it is. But you do kind of set yourself in a really weird situation. So Samsung was able to release one of their flagships already. So it's out. It is what it is. It's not selling well, but at least it's out. They don't necessarily have to sell the Note this year. They don't have to try to get that out. And if it's going to be any other pricing that we think it is, they probably shouldn't. Apple, on the other hand, is sitting on several products that are not out. They have not released a phone this year. They were supposed to have already released one. which would have been the low price one, which is maybe the one that might do okay. I mean, who knows? But the higher end version is going to be much more difficult to kind of navigate. Apple does have a really kind of loyal base, but you got to think about like how many people are out of jobs right now. And then they say it'll snap back fast, but that's a very relative statement. Like, what does fast mean? And even for the people that like, so there's a lot of people that are out of business right now. They're saying like Cheesecake Factory isn't even paying their rent for April, which to me is crazy if you think about that. Like, it's a large chain. So there's a lot of people that are, once this thing kind of slows down and starts to recover and people are kind of back to work, I don't think a phone is high on their list. I don't think it is. Like, hopefully you still can't walk into a store and get paper towels and toilet paper easily. Why would you be so concerned with a $1,200 or $1,300 smartphone? I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. Well, a thing that phones do have going for them is that they are kind of a necessity in today's world. And phones break, phones need to be replaced. So even having a shortage of phones in the long term, that would be a bad thing if you can't go into, or I guess you can't really even go into stores now. If you couldn't order a phone online, if yours broke, maybe, you could look at it that way too, right? Like, what if you had like an old OnePlus phone and it's for whatever reason, it needs to be replaced, whether it's a bad battery, it's just not performing well. People are working from home and stuff. These are very important devices. So you could make the argument that maybe people are worrying about this stuff, but I would assume that the majority of people are not.
So here's what's interesting. Greg and I figured something out last night or something about certain things that are selling in tech. Mm-hmm. So let's be clear. While there's definitely a hardship financially and stuff, some products are selling out. In other words, selling very well. So we can talk about phone soap, which we've talked about, which makes sense, right? It sanitizes your phone. But there's some other things that are selling out. If you try to go to YouTube, you try to go to Amazon right now and buy a webcam, you're going to get jacked for all your money because Amazon themselves are sold out. And the only people that are selling stuff are jacking prices up. We saw a 720p webcam for what was like $250 or something crazy like that. It was like over
I think that was the 1080p version, but it was like $120.
Yeah, there was a 720 one that was over $100. It was one of the first ones we saw.
This one was this is the C, what is it, 920? This is like an older webcam. You can usually get this for like $50. This was $250 on Amazon. So after this stream, I'm going on eBay. If anyone needs one of these, I'll let it go for $100.
And of course that makes sense because a lot of people are working from home, so they need things like webcams. Laptops were sold out. A lot of the less expensive laptops were sold out. So that industry is doing well. The point is, things will be bought, but they're going to be very specific things that people either didn't have or needed better versions of. And by and large, most people don't need a new smartphone. If they've bought one in the last 3 or 4 years, they're going to see no appreciable difference between that and what they're going to get now versus not having a webcam because you need one for work. You need to buy it. Not having phone soap because now you're afraid that your phone is going to eat you. Like whatever the case may be, all these products that we saw, laptops, all those things being sold out because they're a necessity of the new world that we live in. Getting a new phone is not going to be high on that list, in my opinion.
Yes,
look at that. The 920 was almost $300 on Amazon. Tish says.
My logical thinking would be to completely agree with you, Travis. But people are also like irrational and crazy sometimes, like the toilet paper situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't want to pretend to predict these kind of things. But yeah, I would generally say like getting a new phone if yours is working fine with everything going on. It's like a losing strategy, but at the same time, these companies, in Apple's case, if you listen to John Prosser and his reporting's been pretty spot on with everything going on there. He says like the phones are done, like they're basically done and sitting in the warehouse.
The 9 is not the 12. The 9 is.
Oh, the 9. Yes, the 9.
So the 9 is a different story. So let's look at that for a minute. Number one, it's an inexpensive phone. It's not $1,000 phone. It's potentially a $400 phone. Secondarily, if that ends up going on any type of payment plan at a carrier, that's not unreasonable. Whatever that is divided by 12 payments or 10 payments, what is it like? It's gonna be like $10 a month or something like that. If even, I don't know, math is bad. Regardless of what it is, it's not gonna be that bad. So that might sell. Also, Apple hasn't released a phone this year, so they kind of need to get something out. The argument is if the iPhone 12, see, the other thing is, since the iPhone 12 isn't done yet, based on what John Prosser's saying, they could make some they could probably make some alterations, knowing that the financial stability of the world is going to be in flux. In other words, they could double down on what they've done with the 10R and the 11. So the 10R came out at $750. The 11 came out at what, $699 or $669? What was it?
What,
iPhone 11.
11?
I think it was $699, right?
Yeah.
$700. So they maybe can keep the 12 around that price rather than maybe going up. And I don't know if this is the case, but it looks like a smart move at this point. First of all, they sold a tremendous amount of both those phones. Secondarily, we're now in a very price conscious kind of situation where that makes more sense. It doesn't make sense for them to come out with a $1,300 phone at this point. Will they? Apple being Apple, they just might. Should they? No.
Yeah, and again, I mean, who knows what everything looks like, right? When September rolls around, I mean, hopefully there's a handle on everything going on, and cases are decreasing, and all of a sudden maybe everyone's not worried about this kind of stuff. Maybe people are back to work and it's not so much of an issue. Based on worst case projections, you might argue otherwise, but I'm hopeful that by the time September rolls around, we are in a much better spot than we are right now. So it's hard to answer that question right now. But from Apple's standpoint, what are you going to do? Just sit there and not do anything? They're paying employees still. A lot of them are working from home and stuff. But the alternative is, well, let's put a pause on everything. And
I don't think they're going to do that. And I don't think
they're not going to do that, right? But
I'm not even saying that that's necessarily what they should do, because it's not a they have a responsibility to their stockholders and stuff to try to do something. They have released a new laptop and a new iPad, so it's not like they haven't done anything. B, they will definitely release the iPhone 9. There's no reason not to at this point. But I guess the question is what do you do at the end of the year? You can't. The problem is, like, you could manufacture less so that you're hedging your bets and then potentially sell out, or even if they don't sell out, at least you haven't put too much in the inventory. But then you fall into this, well, if we don't make too many iPhone 12 pluses or whatever the heck they're going to be called, and they do sell out really quickly, like, because now everyone's like, okay, cool, everything's back, I'm just going to buy stuff. Well, now you've not made enough, and there's time. Now, it would not be the first time that happens to an iPhone. Let's be serious about that for a minute. Yeah. But I think even more so, like, they might want to take their time on this, because unlike things like the like you were just talking about on our Amazon live stream, you can't even get a hold of a Switch right now, which is crazy. You said a regular, what do you say, an old school Switch is worth more than like it was new?
Yeah, so I recently got a new Switch, which is like a special edition Switch, and then I was like, let me see how much can I sell my old one for, and I looked on eBay, and like these things are going for like $250 to $300 used, and I'm like, wow. Like it's normally $300 used, and I'm like, the markup on it's insane right now because people can't buy them.
Yeah. So I'm going to address this question, or this statement by 619 WWE fan in the live stream, because this is a sentiment that I heard from some people in my comments on my Samsung phone video, which is not all countries are hit as hard by the virus. Well, first of all, the vast majority of them are. Secondarily, one of the number one countries for buying smartphones is us, and it certainly is the US. It certainly is for an Apple phone. Like, Apple is almost irrelevant outside of the United States. If you look at how many they've sold, the vast majority are in America. So it's a huge issue. Now, could you sell more overseas and stuff? I mean, I guess, but they're selling less expensive phones over there, the 10R and the 11, which you don't need to, you don't have to reintroduce them. They already exist. So again, while it's true, not every country is affected as some, most are affected in a significant way. And the ones that aren't buying iPhones. So there's that.
Yeah. I guess the only other piece of that puzzle would be China, who seems to be recovering. I mean, who really knows, to be honest with you? But if the Apple stores in China are now open, and that is also a big market for them as well. I'm sure they're looking at that too, just to give more.
Also, a lot of new Chinese phones have been launched recently. The Huawei P40, I think a new Xiaomi. I saw something in my Discord. Another phone was recently launched. They're launching a lot of phones over there right now. Nova 5T. So yeah, there's been a lot of new phones, and then of course, like the OnePlus comes out, OnePlus is going to find out real quick where they stand, very quick in this economy. Did they hedge their bets and go more expensive again? So every year since OnePlus came out with like the OnePlus 2 or something like that, they've kind of gone up in price. Originally, it was supposed to be a flagship killer that was less expensive. What they've been doing the last couple of years is making a flagship contender at a close to flagship price, still under the flagship price, but at close to a flagship price. If you look at what they have been doing, the assumption would be that they've gone up in price again for the 8. I hope they did not do that. This would be the worst time to do that. Hopefully they either stood at the price that the 7 was, or I mean, I'd be worried for the OnePlus 8 if they went too high, because they're not going to be there's going to be like good reviews and stuff for them, but I don't think if they went up in price, they're going to be able to sell enough to make it worth the release right now.
Yeah. And
I love OnePlus, by the way. The OnePlus 7 was my favorite Android phones of all of 2019, easily.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky for a lot of people. Google canceled I/O. I'm sure they were getting ready to release the Pixel 4a there. Yeah, who knows if they even launched that phone on time. It's a weird situation to be in right now, and especially when the year was supposed to start getting exciting, when we were expecting a lot of new products to start dropping. It's so unpredictable to even see how they market these, or whether it's viable to release them. And then what happens to the company going forward if they can't make sales,
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. The question is, as a company, is it worse to not launch something and take the hit on maybe like stocks and stuff, or is it worse to launch something that flops and then you have inventory of something that you're going to take a loss on? That I don't have.
I don't even want to be in a position to know what the answer to that is, because I'm sure people are stressing out.
Yeah. So besides all that, we're getting suppressed, man. Everything's getting suppressed. So YouTube is on this stuff, man.
We're gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
Is the internet not as unlimited as we thought it would be?
Man, I thought come on now. We need to figure this out. So my life, first of all, Greg had mentioned this in the last podcast episode where we had John Rettinger on. I hope you got to listen to that or watch it on YouTube here at youtube.com/GadgetCast. But so Greg noticed that we weren't getting as many viewers. And I'm like, well, it's a different time of day, surprise, stream. I wasn't too concerned about it. But then I started finding other live streams of friends of mine that were launching live streams. And you could not find them. Viper being one of them. Saturday Night Tech Fights is another one. Could not find them. You had to really search hard to find them. Then when you did find them, and this was the case in my live stream yesterday, the YouTube version, and even right now, some people were saying in the chat, the YouTube version, the quality isn't as good. Now, YouTube did announce a while back that they were going to default videos you start watching at 480p, but that doesn't mean you can't watch it in higher res. You just have to select it. This isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about A, the quality, even if you do select it, is worse, and B, it is apparent, or at least it seems this way, that they're hiding live streams, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like this upsets me. I love live streaming. I love doing this.
So if you go on YouTube, and you can do this for yourself right now. I mean, you're watching it now, people, but if you type GadgetCast on YouTube in the search, you'll notice that the live does not show up, which is not typical. If the live stream's going on, that usually just filters right to the top of the page. Yep. What's even stranger, and this goes to my point that it is a suppression, I can go on, I search GadgetCast live, and I put the filter just for live, 0 results found.
That's insulting.
That's impossible, right?
Yeah.
So
insulting.
They're not surfacing it. If you didn't get the notification through Twitter, if you didn't get the notification, like if there was not a direct link, or you did not go specifically to the GadgetCast page and then click on it there, that's the only way you're here. I don't think did anyone get a notification in chat? I would be interested.
I think one person said they got one for this. Everyone in chat, let us know how you found out about the live stream. Was it Twitter? Did you browse to it? Whatever. I didn't get your notifications either. First Nick and you, I'm a member, so obviously I want to see your lives. Yeah. So Tish is a member of my channel. In other words, she donates every month. She gets a special icon, all these things, and she was not. Okay, so Scott got a notification.
Got notifications, which is good, because I think last time Oh, okay. A lot more than the last one where people said they didn't get any notifications.
Yeah. So this is it looks like maybe it's getting better, but let me tell you something, man. Woo! It is how to now. Here's the thing about that. Some people might go, especially if they're listening to the podcast, you're like, well, I'm not even on YouTube right now. I'm listening to podcasts. It doesn't matter. I'm unaffected, which is true. Having said that, your favorite creators who make money based on this sort of thing, and the only way that they can make money is by doing these things and not getting the actual look at that. I went right to the channel, no notification. It makes it difficult. And while Greg and I don't make like any money on this channel, this is more for fun right now, and we're enjoying it. And we hope you guys. Well, look, Greg's smiling like he's making money. I'm not aware of it.
Yourself, Travis.
I think I'm paying money. I think this has cost me money.
The chat owes me like $1,000 for all this entertainment.
I definitely is costing me money. No,
invoices in the mail.
The reality is there are a lot of people out there that are creators and stuff that are seeing a significant hit to their bottom line. Are you seeing any type of hit in your channel? Because I know you are completely full time with like no parachute, so to speak.
Yeah, my parachute is non-existent. Yeah, I am seeing a hit. I don't like to talk about that publicly too much because I
don't mean you don't have to get into details, but like
but yeah, there's definitely a hit going on with your YouTube creators. I can confirm that like that CPMs is the term. They're a lot lower, which makes sense. People aren't advertising as much.
Yes.
You forget how connected like a global economy really is. So you think, oh, I'm not in this industry. I still can do YouTube. Lucky me and stuff like that. And you probably look at a lot of these other like people who are doing similar things and going, oh, their pay's fine. But it's like, well, you forget like if all the malls are closed down, who's buying advertising for like clothing? Who's buying advertising for, all the Apple stores are down. Maybe Apple's like, well, maybe we shouldn't advertise this heavily right now.
Samuel's asking at what point our channel's allowed to start monetizing on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So GadgetCast is nowhere near either one of those. If Greg sells the stand, we know he's in trouble. That's true. By the way, we were talking about this the other day. Like, what were we saying you should put on the stand? You were going to buy something stupid expensive. What was it?
I don't know. What was it?
You should put it on the stand. Crap. It was funny too, because it was something equally ridiculous as that stand, which I can't believe you've kept. To this day, still shocked you've kept that stand. Oh, we were talking about putting your silver play button in there, or was it something else?
Oh yeah, the silver play button. That's right.
Yeah.
Which they aren't even like verifying. Like I don't want to reach 100K right now. I don't think they're gonna mail me out this button.
There's no one there to even.
They're trying to delay. Can you guys like unsubscribe for a little bit? And I take that.
No, don't do that. That would devastate Greg. Don't do that. It is interesting because YouTube they've even told us they have less humans kind of watching things and getting verification along and people monetize and stuff. So yeah, that stuff isn't even happening.
Yeah. So I was actually reading some articles about this before we started the GadgetCast about this new time where people are staying home, right? People need things to do. So people are streaming stuff more than ever. People are changing their viewing habits based on this. So I was reading a thing on how there's these YouTube channels who are getting a 600% increase in viewership. And these YouTube channels are focused around like I forget what the exact title was. Like if you're I think it was like in home. Like if you put in home in like your title of your video, it saw like a 600% increase because people are watching people do like everyday things. Like the example they had was like a knitting channel and it was like knit with me at home. And that saw a 600% increase in viewership because people are just staying at home watching people like live their lives, I guess, trying to learn a new hobby while they have all this time.
Yeah, kids stuff content has done pretty good as well.
Scott says,
remind me that next time. I'll put that in our live stream in home.
GadgetCast stream at home.
In your home.
Yeah, it was like this very specific thing that if you put it in your title, you basically saw like a 600% increase in viewership. On The Verge, they're saying like the internet is being strained, like we're talking about, because people are streaming like crazy. Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, YouTube, HBO is all seeing these giant jumps in viewership right now. They're saying like this is like crazy. HBO Now saw a 70% increase in viewership.
Wow.
70%.
I thought HBO Now was canceled after Game of Thrones left.
Twitch has seen a 31% growth in viewership.
I mean,
these are crazy numbers if you think about it.
They are.
This is nuts.
We should be like getting millions of views on every video we put out. What's going on, Greg?
That's what should be happening, but it's
happening for certain
like
things.
Breaking down the bandwidth so much that these these companies have to like lower the streaming quality. In like the European Union, they had to lower the quality of Netflix. They're doing the same thing here with YouTube, right? That's like a global thing where they're lowering the quality. You can see it on the live streams. If you go to a YouTube channel, even if you have your preference set to automatic 4K, it just goes to 480p right away.
Yeah.
So these networks are being hit incredibly hard right now. And it's interesting because most people would be going outside, doing other activities. And that's basically like not happening. People are just home using the internet. And it's a real test of like the infrastructure right now, and just kind of how close we like are to it like breaking down completely.
Well, the funny thing is that as much as we think we have a good internet, a lot of European countries and stuff actually have much better internet than us. So I wonder if they're seeing a similar thing. I would look it up.
We got the best internet.
The biggest internet, the best internet. 75 is not cutting it. Wow. I wish that I had 75 up.
Scott, you have I'm guessing you have Verizon because you got the equal up and down. So yeah, you get them on the gigabit.
Minecraft servers are full. Now that's a game that's tell
your parents to call me, Scott. I'll set them straight. I'll tell them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll give you my phone number after the show.
Okay. Put it in the chat. Just go ahead and put it in the chat. 1-800 call Greg.
PlayStation's lowering download speeds.
Are they? So now it takes longer to
it's taxing all of these networks and all their bandwidth. And
well, case in point, some things are thriving. Amazon's doing just fine. They're hiring 100,000 people. Like there are businesses that are thriving. It's just that they're specific ones.
Anything that has to do with delivery, anything. Blue Apron. I was looking at the stock for Blue Apron. I think it jumped like 500% or some crazy number like that. That's like a meal service where they deliver you prepackaged meals to your home that you can cook. Yeah. And you would look at this stock and you're like, whoa. So there's this weird like economy going on, and it's all centered around tech, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how much, if you just like take a moment, close your eyes and think about how tech is just in every part of our life, and how all these companies are now basically telling a lot of their workers to work from home, and they're all relying, as tying it back to the beginning of the show, people are buying up the webcams, people are buying up laptops. That laptop, when you're on Amazon Live, you recommend this laptop that's like a really nice affordable laptop, and you said it was like back ordered, right?
Yes, and I'm going to pull up some of these products just in case people don't believe us. Let's take a look on Amazon at webcams. Now, again, if you're listening to the audio podcast, you're gonna just have to hear us what we say. But if you're here on YouTube now, you're about to get some fun right here. Here we go. If you type in webcam to Amazon.com, you're gonna find a bunch of nothing. So there's the C920 1080p, $200. This is normally $100 or less webcam. It is currently at $200. There are no Prime deliveries. This is just some third-party seller saying, guess what? 200 ducats if you want this thing. There's a 1080p for $219. The Microsoft LifeCam, which is super old, $90. I can guarantee that thing was like $30 right before all this. Conference cam. Here's a 1080p for $43 with free shipping. It's a no-name Weicha. Probably don't want to get that. I'm sure it looks terrible. And then just a bunch of knockoffs after that. I shouldn't say knockoffs. They're just like no-name brands. So, look at this, Craig. This one says I mean, I haven't what that means, but that should be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
720p webcam, $98 for a 720p webcam. I'm done. I'm over it. This is too much.
It,
Jojo Ho.
it's weird. But
Yeah,
it
we
makes
are.
sense if you think about it, but it's certainly weird. I would think most people would be on laptops if they're working from home, and I wouldn't think they would care 2 seconds about the quality of their webcam. But I guess I'm wrong. Oh man. I just had something in my head and now it's gone.
Yeah, well, no surprise.
All right.
Trying to think when nothing happens.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, it is just we're in a weird place now. And by the way, we were also talking, Greg and I were talking about how iPads and stuff are kind of being hard to find as well. The sale that used to be on iPads is now over. Pricing on, there's some bad reviews here for the new iPad Pro 12-inch, the one that's on its way to me right now. Why does it have
What
one?
they say? It's the same thing.
Oh, 2 people with 1 star. I did not purchase this product because when I went on Apple's website, features their second iPad, they didn't have an iPad Pro. What does that mean?
Why would you?
If I can get the Space Gray for free, if you let me know you're willing to do this. There is a person on Amazon right now who left.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Someone's
a hostage review.
A hostage.
I've never seen that
on Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GadgetCast. This person on the 12.9-inch new iPad Pro says this. Read what I wrote, please, is the subject of this review. Here it is. They give a 1-star review, and it says, I will give you a 5-star review if I can get the iPad Pro 512 gigabyte Space Gray for free. If you can let me know if you are willing to do this or not for the style I want, Wi-Fi and cellular. They want the 512 gig Wi-Fi and cellular, which, by the way, is the highest one that normally goes for $1,449. And they want it for free to get that 5-star. Wow.
That's funny. I'm going to try that out. We'll see if it works.
Scott's asking if iPad issues.
Yes, I am having iPad issues, but I have a new one coming very shortly. And if that doesn't have issues, I'm going to mention my review, but I mean, if the other one has issues, it's going to be a different kind of video, but I'm going to be fair because I'm pretty sure it's just a lemon. I don't want to be like, this stinks, but I will definitely mention it in my review because this is an interesting experience never had. I'm tempted to make the customer service video. I'm tempted to because I think I have a good angle on it.
I think you should actually.
Yeah, because I've been on with customer service for a while, like trying to get a fast replacement, and I had to wait a long time.
Did you tell that story here on GadgetCast for people who don't know? I'm not even sure.
I think I told it on the last one, right?
Did you? I don't remember.
I think so. I've explained it to someone. I don't know. Long story short, I think I did explain in the last GadgetCast, but basically I was on with customer service. My iPad, for those who don't know, if you didn't listen to the last show or you aren't following me on Twitter, it's having this issue where it'll just randomly restart. It's not normal. I've used iPads so often. And they ran me through like all like these unnecessary steps, like reboot the software. And I'm just like, yeah, this is brand new. I just want like a new iPad. Like I know like there's not an issue, but then they wanted to like repair it. And I'm like, yeah, I could just like return this and get a new one quicker than sending it in for repair. And they're like, well, we're not offering express shipments unless you have Apple Care. I'm like, yeah, but this is like a day old. I could go buy Apple Care on this right now. Will you send me an express shipment if I buy Apple Care? I have 60 days to buy it. So they can help me with a higher up. It's okay.
And this just happened to me on Amazon, something similar, not exactly the same. It happened yesterday. So for a day, they put the price of the new iPad Pro down $50. Now they shipped my iPad that same day. Now Amazon has a thing where if a price drops before they send it, they adjust the price and ship it out. They have since changed their kind of price match kind of thing about sometime last year, very quietly. They don't really price match anymore, but this is something they've been doing, and it makes sense. If the price changed on the website and you had ordered it, maybe pre-ordered something, before it ships, you get the price adjustment. They would not give me the price adjustment at all. I sat there and I'm like, look, this thing was a pre-order. It changed price. Then you shipped my product for $50 more. Why did you do that? And they are not interested.
Ugh, bad customer service all around. Yes, the 2020 iPad Pro. I did my video on it, didn't have any issues with it, and then like uploaded that video with my first impressions, and then like a little bit after that, I started getting like this random like freezing stuff, restarting, and then wiped the software. I thought it was like a software issue. I'm like, oh, maybe like a bad app. Like I restored it from my old one. I'm like, maybe something didn't translate over. Maybe I was on like a beta. And then I just set up new and it still happened. I'm like, oh, this is hardware.
Mm.
My MacBook Air is running fine though. So Macs are better than iPads. Here first, folks.
We'll save that for another time. So anyway, for this week, we may have another episode on Tuesday. Keep an ear out for that. If you missed the last GadgetCast episode with John Redinger, I highly recommend it. Really interesting talk with an OG YouTuber / tech guy. Real nice guy. Had his son Nathan on as well. That was fun. Make sure you check that out at youtube.com/GadgetCast or
wait. I do want to say something to us 619 WWE fan. I'm pretty sure this is not like a typical thing with the iPads. Like I don't think you should listen that mine's having an issue, and if you wanted one, not buy it, because everyone else I've talked to, it's not like a thing. Like I think I got like the one, and it'll happen with every product in the whole entire world. There's always going to be a couple bad ones that like break down and stuff. I think I got that one. I don't think it's a typical thing that happens, because if it was a widespread issue, there would be I would not be the only one. I searched for my issue online. I cannot find a single soul saying anything.
If it happens to me on mine when I get mine this week, trust me, you will get a video out of it. You will get
I've talked to like other people who have this, and it's like, you know, I'm trying to do my journalistic duty, and
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm trying to like I've seen like I don't want to be the guy who like I know like the truth. Like I know like there's lemons out there in the world, you know? Like I don't want to be the guy who goes, this iPad is the worst iPad Apple's ever released. They are failures. They are stealing your, you know, I don't want to make that video. I could easily make that video. I could cash in on it, but I'm honest. So if my second one does though, you will see the video of the century. Let me tell you, Savage.
If it happens to me and it already happened to you, a video is coming this week.
There will be like a collaboration. You will see a couple savages coming at you.
It'll be amazing.
I'm like 99.9% certain. It's just it's you know, something happened with this model.
Yeah, no worries.
Someone connected like the cable wrong. You know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, if you did not check out that last episode, make sure you check it out. And we hope to have a special guest later this week. If not, worst case scenario, we're back at this time next week. We definitely appreciate you all for joining us. A little bit of after the GadgetCast show coming here for those of you on youtube.com/GadgetCast. For everyone in the audio podcast, we greatly appreciate your continued support and look forward to talking to you again real soon. I'm Travis.
I'm Greg.
And I just realized I've recorded this wrong. I'll explain why after. Just realized that I did not record this correctly.
It's okay.
I'm supposed to be Bluetooth, so we can either use your audio or my audio. There's no need to edit because I recorded your side as well.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Either way, if yours sounds good, then just upload that.
It'll sound better than 98% of podcasts.
Yeah, shit, I hate that though. Damn it.
It's fine.
Well, it is what it is.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's the one check that I missed. It's the one check that I missed.
Don't even get mad. It's fine. It makes my job easier, actually. So
yeah, I know. I don't want to make things easier for you. What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. Bend it in half, you're getting a bunch of clicks. Not clickbait. Emotional. It's the hashtag after party, baby. Yeah, damn.
It's and I should have mentioned this on the podcast. It's this iPad situation I'm having. Like if I ever had an issue before, I would be able to find out this answer in like 2 seconds, because I would just take it to the Apple store, get the instant replacement, and have like I'd be ready to go. Okay, that was just that model, no biggie. But it's the fact that I just have to wait for another shipment to come in that it's like, I'm like every day I'm just like, if I want to verify it faster, because that's that's my ultimate job is to review stuff and tell you if it's bad or if it's crap. Now, if it's just one model, it's kind of useless for me to make a video on it. I know I could get the hate views and stuff like that, but it's like it's kind of worthless to me if it's not true.
Yeah, no, totally. I agree. You definitely
I'll mention it in my review either way. I'm going to mention that I had a model that crashed. I want to know if there's other people out there who are experiencing the issue. And actually, yeah, that's actually a great idea. Because then that's how I'll find out as quick as possible. Once I put it in a video, I'll get in the comments, people have this issue. I can make a dedicated video on it after that. But as of right now, as I'm working on my full review, it's just not productive to do it. And that's not me trying to help Apple or anything. You saw me on Twitter. I'm fully transparent that I'm having issues.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, so it's definitely nice to have stores open. Yeah. Well, that was that was a long time ago, right? Yeah, right. Speaking of which, apparently iPad Pros are back in stock, which is we were just talking about that. Let's see, are they still in stock? I'll take a look. I can't believe they were in stock the other night. No, last night. What was it? That's just not something that's completely common. Oh,
it's fun doing another gadget cast. I still think we're being suppressed, but I saw
we did pretty good
with the numbers this week, actually. So,
by the way, for the channel size we are, the numbers we pull is ridiculous.
But before the compression of YouTube happened, we were like about almost 40 viewers at once.
Well, we got lucky. I mean, listen, I think
I don't think
I shared that one on my community tab. That one we got really high. Yeah, I mean, we were hitting on all cylinders. It is what it is. There were different times back then.
I think there's a conspiracy. I'm basing it off of Viper's numbers too.
That is true. Listen, there is definitely an issue. I'm not going to deny that there is.
I went into Viper stream. There's seeing like 9 people on a Viper stream is not normal.
Right. No, you're right. And same thing with like the vidIQ live stream on Friday had like 60 or 70 people, which is like it's normally 300 minimal. So yeah, I mean, for sure. Now I think maybe things are getting a little better because you can start to find some stuff, but for the most part, things are just straight up. You can't find stuff. Like you don't even know that people are live.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. What a time it was. Back in the day.
It was nice, but I feel like we've been on top of this, and I feel like I've been living this for like 2 months because I've been like seeing like the warning signs. I've been trying to warn people, and some people didn't listen to me.
I was talking about phone soap for over a month. I was like, you gotta clean.
Travis was the ultimate prophet with the phone soap, so I'm not going to take credit there.
Oh wow, Lion Step had lower numbers on his stream too. That is really telling. We're talking about this right now, that we think live streams are being suppressed. In other words, you can't find them easily. People don't even know people are live. Yeah.
See, oh, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that, 619. We got your back, buddy.
I appreciate that. That makes me feel better.
I 100%, man. That's why I think this is why I hope we can do Tuesday as well, because I think we are doing a bit of a service for people that are stuck at home and are just absolutely going nuts. And I mean, we are too, right? Of course, I don't feel stuck. I'm like, I got video games and I can stream and people can come, and I mean, we're both in kind of
fine. This is like my normal day, so
pretty much like it's fairly normal for me. Tiger King ranked as TV's most popular show, so I wanted to talk about that. I didn't get a chance to because I forgot about it. But the Tiger King on Netflix. Have you seen that?
No.
You gotta watch that, man.
What's it about?
It's about crazy people, which I love documentaries about crazy people.
Oh, it's a documentary?
Yes. But
it's a documentary about crazy people.
Yes.
I might be into that.
Yes.
All right. I be going.
It's awesome. You gotta watch it. I don't want to give you too much. It is just a crazy.
That's good enough description. I'll check it out.
For Tuesday live stream. So we don't know yet. If we do a Tuesday live stream, it's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. We're waiting for confirmation from that person. Looking forward to it though. Hot Mess Express, Tiger King. That's right. Gwendolyn is right. It is a Hot Mess Express. You gotta watch it. ELT premium early mornings moment, crazy times. Man, well, we hope you're staying safe and staying well. My friend Daniel got it doing it big over there in the down under.
There is definitely something strange with these things, or maybe I'm overlooking it, but it's also like you just know the people are home, so it's like in a way it's like you think viewership would be higher than ever.
Yeah, it's not like for some people it is, but it's not for everybody. It's not universal.
No,
It is what it is.
it's interesting.
Tish goes 7:30, so hustle through mine. All right, you go ahead and get it. Tish, I don't know exactly for sure, but I'll tweet about it and stuff. So don't worry, you'll know. And you do you. I watched one of your live streams just recently, and the picture was beautiful, just beautiful. She does acrylic pours. So and you spin it. The last one she had all about, because I like blue. Beautiful, beautiful. I loved it. I enjoyed it.
Someone we're gonna take a look at the hair progression of probably what's gonna be like 2 months of me not getting a haircut based on these estimates. So we're gonna see a live gadget cast. So take a screenshot now and then screenshot it in 2 months, and then we'll see. Yeah, Samuel, I think my ASMRs were good. I think it was good.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad point. Online classes are interesting too, because that's I was talking to some lady at Starbucks when I was getting my drinks, and she was like, "Yeah, I start class tomorrow. It's all online." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess that's a point." But you would think that would make it easier for people to go online. You just open up another tab, or like we're right there.
That's what Scott's doing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these kids are they're procrastinating. They're waiting for the last to do their stuff. That's why they're not watching. We got to be on in the mornings when they're procrastinating. We got to do a shift.
Yeah, I remember seeing Daniel, some of his older videos. He had really long hair, and he just cut it. Yeah, doing well. Gotham. Oh, that sounds cool. I gotta check that out. All right, I've got to get moving on to other live streams and other videos that I need to do today. So definitely thank you guys for, especially Zoom. Zoom is doing it big right now. Zoom. Fingers crossed for Tuesday. We'll let you know. Just keep an eye on our Twitter tweets. Obviously, these are our Twitters, except for Greg, who decided to have like a different name than Greg's Gadgets for his.
Someone
Twitter.
Owns that name. I need to.
Greg Gadgets?
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. Let me see. Do they still tweet? I didn't tweet for like a long time, but I couldn't get the name.
All right. I got to run, but I will talk at you all again real soon. Thanks everyone for joining us. Peace and love.
I'm going to pay him for the name.
What?
He has like 15 followers. I'm going to pay him for the name.
Yeah,
just $1,000. Give me the handle.
I'll give you $1 for every follower.
There we go.
All right.
I wonder if he knows who I am, actually. That'd be funny, right? I should reach out.
Has he tweeted lately?
He's like an Apple fan too. It's kind of weird.
Oh, maybe he's a stalker of yours. Maybe he's a super fan.
I don't know. I made the YouTube channel before the Twitter, so I don't know what's going
on. All right. Well, look, I gotta go. I'll see you the rest of you later. Peace and love. See you guys next time.